Hey guys, my favorites this month are going to be pretty quick, so I'm just going to get into it. My first favorite this month has been the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I'm in the shade NW20. And I got this as mainly an under eye concealer and just like general brightening the center of the face concealer. But my biggest problem with it has ironically become the reason why it was my favorite this month. My biggest problem with this concealer has been that you can't control how much comes out of the pump. You get a ton of product, and I felt like I was wasting a lot of product I didn't need. So you'll see I wrote a blog post about this, and I had a solution, and that was to take a clean contacts case, like eye contacts, and I would just squirt the whole pump into one of those little, I don't know what to call them, like bowl size, and I would just take as much as I need with a brush and then close it, and that would save the product for next time. So that was sort of the method I was using for a long time, but I think just through all the traveling, getting back to school, I just sort of forgot that I was doing that, and I wasn't really using this concealer because it just felt like so much of a hassle just trying to find where the contacts case is and see if the product in there needs to be cleaned out, because, you know, every few days, you know, I would need to actually just deep clean the whole thing. So when I wanted to use this concealer again this month, I just went for the whole pump, and instead of using a foundation, I would just take the extra concealer and just spot treat other areas of my face. So I get a lot of redness around my nose, on my cheeks, and so I would just take some of the extra concealer and just tap it over those areas and just not have to use a foundation or a BB cream or anything like that. The coverage on this concealer is absolutely amazing, but it feels really lightweight. So I have everything good to say about the formula of this concealer, so I'm surprised I didn't try out that solution earlier, but you know, sometimes you're late to the party. My sample size of the Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer has also made quite the appearance during September, and the beauty of this product is that you absolutely cannot tell how much of this that I've used, because all you need is just a little tap, and I can contour pretty much one side of my face on that one tap. I love that even though I have the sample size, it's big enough that I can dip a big brush in there. So let me grab one. Full disclosure, I haven't cleaned my makeup brushes in maybe like 5 or 6 weeks. Like, I know it's disgusting. Like, I have not cleaned them the entire time I've been back for school. It's so embarrassing. Anyway, so the last brush standing was my Sigma F50 duo fiber stippling brush, and I've just been using this for the past like 2 or 3 weeks. Please don't judge me. As I was saying, the size of this sample is actually big enough for a brush. So that's what I really love about this sample. Like, I really feel like I take so long to go through products that I really didn't need the full size. And so I got this in the Beauty Blogger Darling set. I have a video about that I'll link down below. So this bronzer is pretty much just amazing. It smells like chocolate, which is pretty nice in the mornings. And it is just pigmented. It's not too orange. It's just great. This next favorite is kind of random. I don't know how it ended up becoming such a staple, but it did. So I have been loving the sort of like blue-brown shade at the bottom of this Wet n Wild palette. For reference, this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon 8-pan eyeshadow palette in Comfort Zone. This is in the permanent line, so you'll be able to find this at any drugstore that sells Wet n Wild. Somehow I just grabbed this sometime in the beginning of September and just really locked in on that blue-brown shade. I don't know why, I love that it is sort of a duochrome kind of shade. Let me get a swatch for you. So you can see it's like a brown base but has a blue sort of shimmer to it. And so this has been a pretty much like everyday eyeshadow for me. I just love that I can really just throw on this one shade and I'm good to go. I don't need like a full eye look like I have on today. A lot of people have been saying that this particular eyeshadow is a dupe for the MAC pigment in blue-brown. I think it's the loose pigment in the little jar. I'll try and find a picture of the product. I can't say that it is a dupe from my experience because I don't own that pigment, but I just love this shade. So if you're looking for that kind of like blue shift over brown look, then I would totally look for this palette. It's only about $4, and sometimes they have buy one get one half off sales or things like that, so you can probably find this for an absolute steal, especially in comparison to a MAC pigment. I'm actually wearing some of the other shades from this eyeshadow palette on my eyes today. So I have the rose gold shade all over the lid, and this is probably my favorite shade in this whole palette other than that blue brown. So I'm wearing the rose gold on the lid, and then beneath it the brown crease color in the crease, and then the burgundy sort of definer color in the outer corner, and then I have a little bit of the brow bone shade just in the inner corners of my eyes and under my brow bone. My last makeup favorite this month has been the Maybelline Vivids lipstick in Brazen Berry. So it's the one that comes in the bright red tube, and it is purple. Okay, so this is what the color looks like. So you can tell that it goes on a little bit more sheer than it looks like it would from the tube. So if you see this and you're a little bit worried, have no fear. It looks beautiful on the lips. I mean, it lets some of that natural pink shine through, so it's not in your face, totally crazy purple, but it's definitely a bright shade. And I've been loving wearing this just as the weather is staying warm, surprisingly, going into fall, and I just love this shade. I have one sort of fashion or style favorite this month, which is these gray or taupe suede booties. I think these are, yes. I got these at Target, I think about a year ago, but they seem to have similar styles for, you know, a couple of years at a time. So if you see something that looks like these, definitely try them on. They are probably the most comfortable short booties that I own, and they're really cute. I've worn these with dresses, shorts, pants, jeans, everything. And they just, I feel like they add a little bit of like a dressier element. So if I'm just wearing like jeans and a t-shirt, if I just throw on like a statement necklace and these booties, I feel like it looks like I put so much more thought into my day than I really did. My last favorite is something that I can't really show you from here, so I'm going to put a photo next to my face as I talk about it. I purchased a garment rack for my room. I didn't know, what my room was going to look like or what my closet was going to look like. I just bought it blindly because I thought if worst comes to worst, it can just be sort of like a decorative piece, or I can just put my outfits for 1 week on there at a time so that I don't have to go through my closet every single day. And it has become so much more than that. So I probably can't really show you my closet either, but my room is on the top floor of my house, and so some of the walls are slanted. I think in the photo of my bed that I showed in my last favorites, this photo right here, you can see that the walls are a bit slanted. My bed doesn't go quite against the wall. Anyway, so that slanting continues into the closet. So I'm 5'3", like I'm not a very big person, and the height of where I hang my clothes is about chest level for me. So I can't put a lot of my very long dresses or skirts or anything in that closet without them dragging onto the floor. So this garment rack has been perfect for hanging those up for one, but then it also has a nice little rack on top of it, which you've seen in that picture. I filled this garment rack right now. I have all my sweaters stacked on top of it so that I can just grab them. Because in my closet, above where you hang the clothes, there is a little shelf, which is very kind of whoever designed this house. But since the walls slant, you can't stack anything up very high because the walls, slant in on it. So it's nice that this garment rack has that shelf on top that I can stack things on. And you can also see that I hung up my jewelry on one side and some purses on the other. So this garment rack looks a lot more cluttered than maybe it actually is. I still find it usable and I can find all of my things, but anyway, it has been just a really nice piece in my room, and it does sort of look a little decorative. Like, you walk in and you know what I'm about, right? Because you see how much freaking clothing I have. That is it for my September favorites this month. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and checking out my video today. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and comment down below and let me know what some of your favorites are, and link me to your videos because I would love to see what everyone else was loving in September. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon with another video. Bye!